Cool. Right, yeah, it's been recorded now. Okay. Jai Jinendra all and Happy New Year. Hope everyone had a good break. Um,
हरिहंत प्रभु ना दर्शन करता
ओम नमो हरिहंताणं
सिद्ध प्रभु ना दर्शन करता
ओम नमो सिद्धाणं
आचार्यों ने वंदन करता
ओम नमो आयर्याणं
उपाध्याय ने वंदन करता
ओम नमो उपध्यायाणं
सर्व साधु ने वंदन करता
नमो लोये सब साहूणं
सम्यक दर्शन मुझने मर्जो
देशो पंचन मुक्तारो
सम्यक ज्ञान मुझने मर्जो
सव्वा पाप परासनो
सम्यक चारित्र मुझने मर्जो
मंगलानं च सर्वेषु
नव पद्मी आराधना करता
परमं हवै मंगलं परमं हवै मंगलं परमं हवै मंगलं
right. Jai Jinendra all and Happy New Year. Hope everyone had a good break. Welcome back to session 6. Please put all questions in the chat and they will be answered towards the end of the session. And yeah, over to you, Vishal.
Thank you, Anish. Hi, everyone. Welcome, everyone, to this New Year 2025. Happy New Year. And good to see a lot of you joining in today. We've got over 130 people right now. Hopefully more will join in. And yes, it's been a month nearly, 28 days. I was looking back, and it's about 28 days that we had our last session in December, and a long break, hey? So welcome back, Jai Jinendra, namaste. And we are on our sixth session, like Anish said. And let's start off by asking, first of all, put in the chat how you've been, if you've been doing the sessions, the meditations, the exercises, how many days you've been doing, out of the 28 days, how many days have you done that? It'd be nice to know. And if not, and if you've just, enjoyed the holiday period, gained some weight, you could put down how many kilos you put on. That's a good way to start. So, yeah, let me know. I'm going to read the chat here. I'm going to open it up and see what you've been up to. So this session here, we've done 5 sessions so far, and we focused on the lower 4 chakras, the root, the sacral, the solar plexus, and the heart. And today we thought let's do a recap because, after a long break, we haven't had a chance to come back. So, maybe forgotten about what we've done so far. So let's do a good recap today. I'm not getting the number of days everyone's practiced, but I'm getting Happy New Year messages. So I'm guessing no one's really been doing any meditations or exercises over the break, right? So was away for 3 weeks, not done anything. Okay, so really, been on holiday. Somebody says chanting for 15 days. Well done, awesome. 3 kilos put on. That's quite a lot. Wonderful. So, yes, brilliant. Get these messages coming in. Type in the chat. It's been good to know what you've been up to. Okay. So I'm going to share my slides whilst you put those messages in. And let me just try. Yes, I can share it. Well done, tech team, for giving me the right permissions. And I'm going to put that on presenter mode. Okay, so yes, like I said, it's a recap. we will start off with the agenda and housekeeping, what we're going to be doing today. So first of all, introductions, we've done that, Avnish kindly did that. Reminder of our why and scope. We'll look at, again, after a break, maybe we've forgotten about the why and especially the scope. Remind ourselves of that. We'll look into the characteristics of each chakra that we've done in the past. So all the 4 chakras, we'll look at the characteristics just to re-jog our memories. We'll also look at the symptoms. What are the symptoms? How do we know that that chakra is blocked? So what is it that we are facing in our lives in terms of our health, our relationships, our career or purpose? And then we'll also look into what are the questions we need to ask ourselves in order to know which of the chakras it is that we need to address. Okay, so these are the key questions. So if we ask these questions to ourselves, and if the answers are that that's not where we are, then that means that we need to address those chakras. We also find out how to get our chakra scores. A lot of you did fill those forms out, fantastic, last year. And if you haven't, I'll show you how again to fill those on the app. And today, actually, apart from a recap, we are actually going to do a exercise where I'll show you how we can determine ourselves which part of our energetic body is blocked. So this is going to be a powerful exercise. I really want you to be in a place where there are no distractions, no disturbances. Some of you might still be, on your dinner tables or, in your kitchen. Get to a place where it's very quiet, because I tell you this, if you do this exercise today, it's a very powerful exercise, and you will come to know what it is that you need to address. Because it's all about awareness first, right? So be there at that time, okay? And then we'll, do some sharings. Then we'll conclude and we'll talk about what we're going to be doing next week onwards, okay? And then finally the Q&A. Brilliant. So just to remind ourselves, when we completed on, I think it was the 9th of December when we last did this session, so really about 28 days, but we were looking at how we could open all these chakras up so that the energy flows freely through us, right? That's really the scope of these sessions, to bring along these transformational meditations so we can open up the chakras and allow that free flow of energy through us, okay? Now, before we go further into what it is that we're looking to do, I want you also to remind yourselves of your why, okay? So let me just stop the share here for a minute. I want you to write down again, why is it that you're doing these meditations? Why is it that you're here week in, week out? Of course, like I said, we've had a break, but again, you're back again in January 2025. Why is it that you're doing these meditations? What is your why? Is it with regards to health? Is it with regards to relationships? Is it just to, someone says, inner peace? Fantastic, just to get that inner peace. So again, writing that down, reminding ourselves, that makes it really, really powerful, so that when we know what is the reason that we're doing these meditations or doing these sessions, then we know exactly what it is that we want to get out of them, okay? So a lot of you have written those messages. So not really done it. Okay, that's the previous one. Health and well-being, spiritual journey, get inner peace, move up spirituality, regard to inner peace, fantastic, peace and health, brilliant. So keep them coming, write them in. Health and well-being again. To find my purpose in this life, fantastic, yes. Once we get to know that place, where we are open and fully connected to ourselves, we do find our purpose. To achieve my full potential and help me face difficulties well in life, yes, fantastic. Distress, brilliant. So write them in. When you write them, you know exactly what it is that you want and why is it that you're doing these meditations, okay? Brilliant. So I'm going to go back on our slides. Let me just share again. So the scope of these sessions is really about that. It's really about working on these chakras and opening them up, okay? And as we open them up or balance them, then we allow that energy that is residing in the base of our spine, the Kundalini energy, to rise easily. And when it rises, you go through enlightenment, awakening, And hey, you evolve as a human being and as a spiritual being. Okay, so we're just clearing the path so that we allow for that energy to rise and go through it very easily. Okay, that's really the scope of this session. Is really to focus on each of these chakras so we can clear and we can allow for that energy to the Kundalini energy to rise. So let's go on to the next one. I want you to now tell me about. So we'll start off with the root chakra. Now, this is the chakra which is right at the base. It is located there. I'm already giving you answers, but I want you to write in the chat, what is the colors? What are the colors? There's one obvious one that you can see right now. What are the colors of the root chakra? Okay, if you can put that down in the chat. So apart from the obvious one, the red, yes, any other colors that are for the root chakra? We're looking at the characteristics now. So just doing a quick recap of what we've covered in the last 5 sessions. So someone said orange. Orange is going a little bit further away. But apart from black, fantastic. Someone said black, red, maroon, brown, black. Someone said that. Wow, you got all the colors there. Brilliant. Okay, fantastic. So you know what you've been doing. You know your stuff there. Fantastic. So those are the colors: red, maroon, black, and brown. And there we go. What about the element? What is the element of the root chakra? You type it in. What element is of the root chakra? Yes, earth. Fantastic. Brilliant. Yep, you all of you know your stuff. Well done. You've been doing your work over the holidays. Brilliant. What about the sound? What is a beach mantra for the root chakra? Lam. Brilliant. Yeah. And if you've been chanting it, you know how powerful it is. I do these chants. Some of them I do every day. Some, one day or the other. But when I do them and you feel these vibrations in these chakras, you will understand how powerful these beach mantras are. So fantastic. Lam is the one. Well done. What about the frequency? Anyone knows the frequency now of the root chakra? Yes. Brilliant. 396. You've all got it right. Fantastic. You all know your stuff. Brilliant. So, and what about the emotion? The emotion, especially the negative emotion that blocks the root chakra. The negative fear. Yes, fear. Okay, maybe we shouldn't do a recap then. I'm just, because you're getting all of them right. Excellent. And what about the location? Where is it situated? Where is it physically situated in your body? Where is the root chakra situated? In the base. Wonderful. Base of your spine. Excellent. Yep, like I said, maybe we don't need to do a recap. So the symptoms are, and I'll go through these fairly quickly because we've been through these. So we recognize that our root chakra is blocked if physically we are feeling fatigue, lower back pain. If you have that, your immune system is weak. If you're now and again getting colds and those kind of issues, especially around this time of the year. Then your immune system is weak. It tells you the root chakra is blocked. Digestive problems, arthritis at its core, especially as you grow older, you come into your 50s, 60s, and 70s, and arthritis sets in. That's a very good clue as to your root chakra is blocked. Okay. In terms of career and finances, it has a lot to do with abundance in your life. So if you're feeling stuck, you've got financial stress, fear of taking risks, difficulty achieving goals, then that is all a clue as to your root chakra is blocked, okay? And in terms of relationships, feeling disconnected, lack of trust in relationships, a lot of arguments and instability in relationships, fear of commitment, okay, and lust. We focus, especially if you remember the first 2 or 3 sessions, into the sexuality of the chakras. Like I was saying, we're all sexual beings. This is how we are here in the first place. And if the idea about our sexuality is, if our desires get out of hand, we pursue porn, or we have these desires of lust, then they can get out of hand and make our root chakra blocked. Okay, there's nothing wrong with sexuality per se, but especially if we focus on the wrong areas of sexuality without having a relationship, a loving relationship, and having sex in a loving relationship is fine, is fantastic, right? But if there is control, manipulation, which is higher up in the chakras, then there's a problem there, and your chakras will be blocked. And the thing here I want to tell about the root chakra is many of us are stuck here. Okay, many of us are stuck here. I know, especially religion tends to focus on the higher chakras, never focuses on the lower chakras, but it is very, very important to also have your lower chakras open, not just your higher chakras. Okay, so what are the two questions you can ask to know that your root chakra is open or not? There are two questions. I don't know if you'd be able to remember those, but I've got them here. You can put them in the chat. Can anyone write them out in the chat? What are the two questions that you can ask yourself to know that if your chakra is open or not? I'm going to just go there. No one's writing anything, okay? So these are very, very happy with your body. Yes, fantastic. Are you comfortable in your body? Brilliant. That's one of them. Very good. How do you feel being comfortable in your body? Yeah. And a sense of belonging. Wonderful. So you got them both right. Well done. You remember all of it. Oh, wow, that's awesome. So do you have a sense of belonging? Belonging, comfort? Yes. So that's what it is. Are you comfortable in your body? And do you have a sense of belonging? Okay. So these are the two key questions you've got to ask yourself in order to know if your root chakra is blocked or not. Yeah. Now, let us move on to the sacral chakra. Okay. So just going to bring it up here. Again, the same questions we'll go through. If you type up in the chat, what color is it? I think that's obvious there. It is the orange. Yes. Fantastic. So you see it there. And what is the element of the sacral chakra? Water. Yes. So you've got it there, water. So you see how everything kind of connects. So if you think about the meditations we did for each of these chakras, we brought along all of these characteristics of these chakras. So if you notice the meditation for the sacral chakra, we imagined ourselves on a beach where there's water, obviously, and water represents flow in our lives. So if your life is not flowing, it is also connected to, if you think about it, where it is located, and we'll come to that actually. So water it is. What about the sound, the mantra of the sacral chakra? Ram. Brilliant. Yes, it is. And the frequency 417, oops, pressed it twice there. So there you go, 417 hertz. And what emotion, the negative emotion that blocks the sacral chakra? Guilt. Well done. Yes. Guilt it is. And what about the location? Where is it situated? The sacral chakra. Whereabouts in the body is it situated? Where is it located? The sacral chakra. Below the navel. Fantastic. So if you think about it, this is what I was saying earlier was, if you think about the organs around your navel area, which is your bladder, for women, the uterus, the kidneys at the back, then this has all got to do with flow, because it has a lot of water in these organs, and it has to do with flow in life, right? Even when the egg comes out of the fallopian tube, there has to be a flow there. So the sacral chakra is very much to do with flow in your life. And with regards to emotions, guilt is the main emotion that actually blocks the sacral chakra. And you want to ask yourself, if there is no joy, if there is no excitement, if there's no passion, if there's no purpose in life, then your sacral chakra is definitely blocked. Okay? So now the idea is that we've got to make our lives exciting, purposeful. A lot of us are in jobs that are quite mundane, robotic. We go in, day out, or even now when we're working from home, we just do those tasks that are so mundane, right? That we no longer enjoy our jobs, right? And this is how we've been programmed by society that, hey, grow up and become this and that, but we have no interest in those jobs, right? So this is where our sacral chakra then gets blocked, and the idea is about having the power or having the will to leave those kind of areas. I'm not saying do it straight away, but you know find your purpose, find a passion that whatever it is that you're passionate about, and start living that. Once you start living that, your sacral chakra will always be open. Okay, so yes, it is below the navel, like I said. And well done for answering all of those questions. Awesome. So let's look at the symptoms. So with regards to our physical health, urinary issues, if you've got issues there in the urinary area, or your whole organs that are to do with letting go of urine, reproductive challenges, I talked about the uterus, mood swings, somebody already mentioned that, lack of intimacy in your relationship, are all symptoms that your sacral chakra is blocked. Unhealthy sexual behavior, diabetes. And what we mean by unhealthy sexual behavior is where there is control and manipulation, okay? Where whatever way, there are ways to kind of, either it works where one has a high libido and they're trying to manipulate their partner into having sex with them, or the other way where somebody has a low libido and they're trying to, again, emotionally blackmail their partners, or maybe not having sex with them. So there has to really be a good balance if you want to find that. If you really want to open up your sacral chakra, then especially if you are married and in a beautiful loving relationship, then there has to be a good balance between in that area of your life. Okay. And diabetes, it leads to diabetes, because diabetes, we shared about this, the book by Louise Hay, Heal Your Life, clearly says in there that diabetes means that there is no sweetness in your life. Okay, so these are all symptoms that your sacral chakra is blocked. And these kind of chronic illnesses usually come to us if our chakras have been blocked for a long, long time, later in life, when we've done nothing about them. So when you get in your 50s, 60s, 70s, that's when we have these kind of illnesses. In terms of your career, finances, lack of inspiration, lack of passion, we talked about, lack of purpose, creativity blocks, and financial instability. Okay, so again, if there is, if you've got a block here, then this will show up in your career in this way. And relationship, there's emotional disconnect, codependency, over-attachment, lack of emotional security, and fear of intimacy. Again, see if intimacy comes again. So this is where, if you are having these kind of issues in your relationship, then you know that there is a sacral chakra block here. Okay, so now we move on to the questions. What are the two questions you would ask yourself to know if your sacral chakra is blocked or not? The two key questions which you'll find out already that your sacral chakra is blocked. Purpose in life. So have you got a purpose in life? Wonderful. Are you living a life of purpose? Well done. What's the other one? Do you have a healthy sexual life? So do you have a healthy sexual life? Are you, again, indulging yourself in pornography, masturbation, having sex outside a relationship, especially a loving relationship? You may be in a relationship, but if it's not a loving relationship and you're manipulating or controlling your partner into having sex, or even not having it, by the way, if you're withholding yourself and then there's tension in the relationship, then again, both your sacral chakras will be blocked. Okay, so this is what the sacral chakra is about. Fantastic. So now going on to the solar plexus. What is the color for the solar plexus? Again, very, very easy. If you want to type it in, what do you think is the color? Yes, yellow, well done. So it is yellow, as you can see here. What about the element of the solar plexus chakra? What element is of the solar plexus? Fire, well done. Wow, awesome. All the answers coming in fast, really fast now. What about the sound and the Bij mantra of the solar plexus? Ram, wonderful, wonderful. Yes, brilliant. What about the frequency? I'm not going to click again, so you can attempt to answer this one. What is the frequency of the solar plexus chakra? 528, fantastic. You've got it exactly right. And what emotion, what negative emotion blocks the solar plexus? Shame, not being good enough. Wonderful. So this is it. Shame, not being good enough. This feeling that we might have carried on from our childhood, even from our ancestry, and it carries on in the family until we, let it go. So shame is a negative emotion, and here we go on to the symptoms. So the physical symptoms that tell us that our solar plexus is blocked is, you have digestive issues, ulcers, skin problems, chronic fatigue, low energy, poor metabolism, weight gain, right? So you know how they say you don't have fire in your belly? Okay, so that fire also makes you gain, lack of fire really makes you gain weight. There's low energy, you get tired very easily, you feel lethargic, and so on, okay? Now, lack of motivation in terms of career and finances, procrastination, fear of failure or of taking risks, feeling powerless and undervalued. Yeah, again, not being good enough. Okay, so these are all signs that your solar plexus chakra is blocked. In terms of your relationships, lack of self-esteem and confidence, overly controlling or feeling dominated, difficulty setting boundaries. Yeah, so here control comes into play. If you feel like you're being controlled in a relationship, then there is a block in the solar plexus. And if you are the controlling one too, it works the other way. If you are the one who controls, even if it is subtle control, that means your solar plexus is blocked. Yeah. So the solar plexus for a lot of us is blocked because this is one chakra that is very, very difficult to open up. But I tell you this, that if you do work and if you, really focus on, first of all the lower chakras, starting from the root, then it becomes quite easy to open this chakra up, okay? So moving on, what are the two questions you can ask yourself? What are the two questions you can ask yourself to know straight away if your solar plexus chakra is blocked or not? Controlling, yes. So, in your formal relationships, how are your formal and legal relationships if there's control in there? And especially when I say formal, it's your birth family, your married family if you're married, and anywhere where you sign a contract, right? So even your employment. How are relationships there with your co-workers, your colleagues, etc.? And also, are you confident and do you consider yourself worthy enough? Yeah. So that's the question you want to ask yourself. If you hide behind, you're not upfront, you're not confident in yourself, you have low self-esteem, then that's your solar plexus is definitely blocked. Okay. So these are the two main questions for the solar plexus. Moving on to the heart chakra. So what is the color for the heart chakra? A little bit obvious again, but there are two colors actually. So type them in. Yes, green and pink. Well done. So it is green and pink, and these are the two colors of the heart chakra. My favorite chakra, by the way. Element is air. Oops, again, I went past it. Well done for that one who's typed it in. So the air is the element. And what about the sound or the Bij mantra for the heart chakra? What is the sound Bij mantra? Yum. Yes. Yes. And the beauty about these mantras, if you have practiced chanting these, you will notice that they will vibrate at that particular location in your body. So that is the magic about these mantras. So do try it. If you haven't chanted before, do try chanting and see if they vibrate in that particular location in your body. Okay, what about the frequency? Frequency for the heart chakra. What is the frequency for the heart chakra? Yes, 639. Wonderful. You've got it precisely correct. Well done. And what about the emotion that blocks the heart chakra? A couple of emotions actually that block the heart chakra. Grief, well done. Yes, grief. What else? Hurt, well done. So hurt and grief. Hurt in relationships, we've been hurt in our relationships if you've been in that place before, and that actually blocks the heart chakra. And grief, obviously, grief through passing of a loved one, that also blocks the heart chakra. Okay, now in terms of the symptoms, we are looking at the symptoms. So in terms of our physical health, chest pain, eventually, getting to that place where we have a heart attack or angina, all of those are symptoms, physical symptoms. Having asthma, high blood pressure, we did a nice explanation of that, how we can actually overcome and lower our high blood pressure, bringing in compassion, right? Bringing compassion into our lives. In our terms of our career, finances, difficult collaborating or leading with compassion, okay? Feeling isolated, difficulty connecting with clients, okay? So again, that affects our career and finances, and even the workplace, right? So relationships emotionally closed off, because there is no flow of love, there's no flow of love in and out. You're emotionally closed off, struggling to trust and forgive, fear of vulnerability, and difficulty maintaining relationships. Okay, so this is a way to know if your heart chakra is blocked. Okay, now what are the two questions that you want to ask yourself if your heart chakra is blocked? Let's see if you've got those. The two questions you want to ask yourself. You can write them down. So if your heart chakra is closed, are you able to give and receive love? Yes, brilliant. So do you give and receive love easily? Fantastic. Sometimes when somebody even gives us love and we block ourselves, we feel like, why are they showing us love? Or you're not able to accept that love. That's a good sign of that your heart chakra is blocked. And what's the second one? Are you a compassionate being? Compassionate being, to compassion for every being in this world, okay, whether it's something as small as an ant, to an animal, to a person, how compassionate are you? Okay, fantastic. So you've got those questions, brilliant. So if you ask yourself that, then you know that if your heart chakra is blocked or not. Okay, now again, I'm just going to show this slide because this is where you'll be able to see how powerful this work is in terms of working with the superconscious, and how you can get help from opening up your chakras. And you'll be able to see videos here of people that I work with, and go in and watch these videos, because in each video you'll be able to see how one can actually open up and have these realizations that there are things that we need to change within ourselves, change within our environment, that will help us open up our heart chakra. Because remember, it's not only just an inside out approach, it's also an outside in approach. Okay, so even though we are going in and working and chanting and meditating and all that, we need to make real changes on our outside too. Sometimes that change comes from within, but sometimes that comes through intention, through wanting to make that change in our lives. So it works both ways. Okay, so if you get some time, go onto my YouTube channel. Once you're out there, on the channel, subscribe to it. As I load the videos, you will get a notification of when the next video goes up. Okay, so then we move on to I just wanted to share here the slides for the app. So if you for the last few sessions we've been filling the forms out, so well done for all those of you who have filled those forms out. I've still kept those forms on the app, so if you haven't done that, this is an opportunity for you to go on the app, download the app. It's called Live with Mindfulness. As you can see, it looks like this when you go onto either Google Apps or the Apple App Store, you'll see Live with Mindfulness, and you'll be able to download it. And under the free online masterclass, you'll see all of these forms. So all you do is open up the app, they're free. You fill the forms in, and then go into Learn at the bottom, you can see there, and then scroll to where it says Free Online Masterclass, and click above it, and you will find all the chakra forms here. Okay, this is a good way to know that what your scores are, because if your scores are between 0 and 9, it means that your chakras are open. If your score is between 10 and 19, there's a slight blockage there, and if it's over 20, then it's definitely blocked. Yeah. So again, a good way to know if your chakras are open or blocked. A lot of you have already done that, so I'm sure you know your scores. Okay. So now what we'll do is we will now go on to this meditation. I'm just also conscious of the time. It's actually a meditation to determine your energy blocks. This is a very powerful meditation. I'm going to stop the share here for a while so you can see me. Okay, so this is where we really connect to ourselves. Okay, a lot of the times we forget about who we are, and not only just who we are from within, but also our bodies. You know, we hardly ever stay connected to our bodies. So we don't know what's going on with us, and then sometimes it's too late, and then we develop an illness, a disease, and suddenly we find out that, oh gosh, we've got this major issue with our bodies, and we then have to obviously go for treatment, which, you know, is not always the best, because, you know, the allopathic treatment is all about treating the symptoms. So today I'm going to help you connect to your body at a very deep level, and I want you all to really do this, because this will help you. You know, you can repeat this over and over again, and you know, again, we're recording this, so this will be available online. So I want you to connect at a level where you'll be able to know where there is maybe something that needs addressing. You know, this is a way you will know that there's something that needs addressing before it gets worse. Okay. Now, usually when the energetic body or a chakra is blocked, initially there are not much symptoms. You see symptoms emotionally, mentally, maybe at your workplace, in your relationships, etc. But then slowly over time, if you don't take care of it, they develop into physical symptoms. Okay, and they start affecting the body itself. Okay, so this is an exercise where we'll find out how you can actually connect to your body at a very deep level and really tell that there is something there that you need to address. Okay, so what you're looking for whilst I take you through this exercise, and pay careful attention here, is you're looking for some kind of pain, discomfort, tightness, heaviness, okay, or even a stretching kind of sensation as we go through this body scan that we're going to do. Okay, it's very similar to the grounding meditation. If you've ever done the grounding meditation, again, we did this once, but this is a slight variance. There's a slight difference to it, where we will really just connect to our body today. Okay, so I want you all, if you want, you can even lie down on your bed. In fact, that's the best position, because you're very comfortable. But if you're sitting on a sofa, just make sure you've got good back support, head support as well. And I really want you to relax into the place where you are at right now. Okay, so just if you're sitting down, relax into that chair or sofa that you're on. Make sure you've got support for your back and your head. Or you can quickly go into your bedroom, lie down, and just sleep on your bed. Just lie down on your bed, horizontally. Okay, so you got really good support for your head and your back, okay, and your whole body. So the idea is to be really comfortable. So we'll start. So I want you all to close your eyes. Okay, you're just sitting there. Just close your eyes. There's no music today that I'm going to play, but it's really about just connecting to yourself. So closing your eyes, starting to breathe deeply. Deep breaths in. You may visualize them as prana, the life force energy that surrounds us. Going in through your nostrils, into your lungs, and out. If there are any thoughts that come, let them pass, let them drift by, and just focus on your breath going in and out. Bringing your full focus, your complete attention to this very moment. If there are any thoughts, like I said, let them pass, just like white clouds passing by in a blue sky. Now, as we do this body scan, I want you to just be aware and really be connected to your body. And the way we do this is by first taking our attention to our crown, top of our head, taking your full focus and attention to your crown. And as you do that, I want you to just sense and feel the top of your head. Just sense and feel the top of your head. Keeping on breathing deeply, but at the same time sensing and feeling as you go along. Bringing your focus and attention now to your forehead and your eyes. Making a note if there is any pain or discomfort in this part of your body. And loosening up your eye muscles, your eyelids, really relaxing them. Keeping on taking deep breaths in. And from your eyes going down to your nose. Your attention then to your mouth. Going right within your mouth. Your teeth, your tongue, your gums. And then to your chin. From your chin, following your jawline all the way to your ears, and just circling your ears, and then going all the way to the back of your head. Focus and attention now on your full head, and just noticing if there is any pain or discomfort in this part of your body. Keeping on taking deep breaths in, now bringing your attention to your throat, going all the way into your throat. Again, just sensing and feeling as you go along. And noticing if there is any pain, discomfort, stretching, tightness in your throat. As you go from your throat down to your shoulders, really relaxing your shoulders, loosening them up, letting them fall back. Now allowing any energies around your shoulders, these top level energies, to just flow out of your arms, going through your upper arms, your elbows, your forearms, your wrists, your hands, past your palms and your fingers. Feel this energy leaving your hands, leaving your palms, your fingers. You may even feel a tingling sensation, some warmth or coolness in your hands as this energy leaves your body. Then with the next deep breath in, bring your attention back to your shoulders. As you go from your shoulders into your chest, going right within into your heart, the organ and the lungs. Again, going deep within and seeing if there is any sort of sensation there, any pain, any kind of discomfort, maybe a heaviness in your heart. As you really connect to your heart, even feeling its beats. And as you do that, sensing and feeling as you go along, now from your chest area, going through your diaphragm into your abdomen. And in your abdomen, going to your liver on your right, the liver and gallbladder. Again, seeing if there's any heaviness in your liver and gallbladder. Just feeling and sensing this part of your body. And then bringing your focus, your attention to your pancreas, which is in the center. As you bring your focus and attention here, again going right deep within, sensing and feeling. And from here then going to your stomach on your left, where all the food is digested, part of the digestive system. And here in your stomach again, just going around and seeing how it feels like today. And then from here, going further down in your abdomen to your intestines, your large and small intestines, just again seeing how they feel like. Is there any pain, any discomfort? And going right deep within with your focus and attention. Keeping on taking deep breaths. And then from here, going down to your bladder. And for women, your uterus, your womb, lower part of your abdomen. Just sensing again if there is any sort of sensations here. Then further down in your pelvic area, going right to the base of your spine. And as you approach the base of your spine, seeing if there's any pain in your lower back, any discomfort here. As you focus your complete attention. And then following your spine up all the way from your lower back to your middle back. And going right up to your upper back. Again, back to your shoulders. Slowly coming back down, noticing again for any pain or discomfort. As you come down, going past your kidneys. And see if they feel any heaviness in your kidneys, or any sort of sensation in this part of your body. Coming back to the base of your spine. From here, allowing any excess energy to flow out of your legs. So following it through your glutes, your hamstrings, your thighs. This energy is just falling down and out from your legs as it circles around your knees. And with your attention and focus going past your shins, your calves, past your ankles, and out through your feet and your toes. Again, just sensing if there is any warmth or coolness in your feet, if there are any tingling sensations here. So now, having really connected to your body, in this way, and just making a note of where the discomfort, the pain is, just making a note of it. If there's any heaviness, any stretching, tightness that you felt, making a mental note of it. And as you feel really connected to your body in this way, you may never have connected to it in this way before. Now I want you to take in 3 deep breaths, 3 deep breaths. And on the 4th breath in, when you're ready, you may open your eyes. Wonderful. So now, having done this meditation, I want you to write down in the chat, where is it that you felt any pain, discomfort? Be nice to know. Did you feel any pain, discomfort, any sort of sensation that you felt? Forehead, someone's written, okay? Fantastic. Navel area, wonderful. So this is lower back. So this is how you know that there are imprints here that you have in your energetic body that you need to address. Okay, so you're at a place of awareness now. So a lot of you are writing the throat, the neck, no feelings. Some of you didn't feel anything. So again, sometimes you may have to do this exercise more than once. It takes a little bit of focus, concentration, and then once you do it more than once, you'll be much more connected. So tingling in the feet, felt peace and calmer, lower back, tingling over the third eye, discomfort, forehead, upper back, tingling on the back, okay, upper back. My throat was a little dry, yawning, fantastic. So see, this is a way you can know what it is that you may need to address, and this is where your imprints are that you need to let go of on your energetic body. Fantastic, very relaxed. Okay, so question, okay, we'll come to that later. So this is a fantastic exercise. Like I said, it is recorded, so go through it again, because when we are going on a journey, we know where we are starting from. Okay, we need to know where we are starting from, and this is how you know where you're starting from. This is how you know what it is that you're carrying within you that you need to work on, because each of these places where you felt this pain, discomfort, stretching, heaviness suggests what it is that you need to work on. If you go back to what we shared, depending on where you felt this, it will tell you which chakra is blocked. Yeah, because we know the locations of each chakra, it will tell you which chakra is blocked, and then it will tell you what emotion you've stored there. So if it was around the sacral chakra area, then it's guilt. If it was around the heart area, then it's grief or hurt that you are storing, and this is something that you then need to work on. Okay, wonderful. So now sharing the last few slides. Let me just go back. I know we are also conscious of time now. So yes, we did this exercise today. This is a powerful exercise. This is in fact the exercise that I do when I work with people, where we actually want to find out what it is that is going on with them, and then carrying on the journey from there. Okay, and it's a very authentic, very fantastic way to find out what it is that you're carrying. Okay, and that is blocking your life. So yes, thank you for that. And yeah, well, we've come to the end of this. We'll take questions after this. So next week we move on to the metaphysical chakras. So going on to the throat chakra. Today was a neutral day, so we just wore a neutral color today because it was a recap. For next week we are going to be wearing blue, preferably sky blue. But if you don't have sky blue, blue is fine too, because that's the color of the throat chakra. And the throat chakra is a very interesting chakra. We'll work on that next week. And yeah, I think it's time for Q&A, and that's a good time. So we've got another 15 minutes or so for any Q&A. So I'll stop the share here and I'll pass it on to Anish.
Right. Thank you, Vishal, for today's session. I think it was useful for a lot of people, especially over that month break. Um, I've only had a few questions in so far. First one being, would the flu viruses be linked to the sacral chakra, such as COVID or the new HMPV virus?
So the viruses, in a way, will only get to you if your immune system is low, and the immune system goes down. We saw that with our root chakra, especially. And if you think about it, the chakras are really connected. So basically, the lower chakras, the root, and especially the sacral. And if your immune system goes down, then we are easily going to catch these viruses. Otherwise, the body is powerful enough to fight any kind of viruses. If your body is healthy, then no chance of catching those kind of viruses.
Okay. The next one, is there a better time of day to do meditation as part of a wake-up routine or an evening sleep routine?
Um, a very good time is to do it early in the morning when everyone else is asleep. I usually tend to automatically wake up between 3 and 4, and I do my 20, 30, or sometimes even 40 minutes meditation. if it doesn't happen naturally to you and you find that that's too early and a time, then it's good to do it before eating breakfast, or even before eating lunch, because there's got to be, you've got to do it with an empty stomach. Okay. uh, Evening time, I would not usually do meditations, because then you're very sleepy, you've had a long day, you're tired, you might even go to sleep if you're doing a guided meditation. But really best to do it when you're fully awake. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What happens if you need to work on several chakras? Where should you start from? I have several places where the pain was. Should I prioritize?
So the way you can do this is through the forms. You can also tell which chakras are blocked. And when you did this exercises, if you felt that pain in several chakras, then you can go for where you felt the pain the most. Okay, so just rank yourself, rank the pain accordingly. Uh, One good way to start, is just to start from the root chakra. If you felt the pain in most of the chakras, just go with the root, sacral, then the solar plexus and the heart. The lower chakras are the key ones that you want to work on. And once you work on those, the top ones will open up very quickly. So, yeah, that's possibly the best way to start.
Okay. Um, please remind us how to chant.
Okay, so I did share a video of how to chant the Yawam. We did a few chants on the previous sessions too. Um, which particular chant would you like me to remind you of? If you can put that in the chat, which one is it that you would like me to do for you? I can certainly do that in the time that we have. The Yam, is that what came through? I think I saw
Um,
somebody.
that's from someone else, but
Okay. So if they tell us which chant, I can certainly show you that one. It'd be difficult to do all of them right now, but in the meantime, once the answer comes through, if you go through the other questions.
okay. What's the significance of sleepy and yawning in the meditation that you just did today?
So sleeping and yawning, it could be just that you're tired, right? It's that time of the day, so probably had a long day, and that meditation does, put you to a kind of state of relaxation. But yawning and effectively also means that you are releasing, unwanted energy. So that could be a reason that you're yawning. So yawning is a way of releasing top level energies. And if you did that, and if you weren't tired and you still yawned, that means that you are letting go of unwanted energies that you had over you.
Cool. What did I miss in this session? I guess today was just a recap, but is there anything else that they should be doing?
So, well, if they'd like to, before we go into the next session of the throat chakra, they can go through the chantings for all the bottom four chakras. Also, do the meditations that are available on the channel. Uh, you know, been shared on the WhatsApp group, so you can go through those meditations, and that's something that you can do before we come to the throat chakra next week.
Cool. What chakra is for upper back nerve pain?
Upper back nerve pain. So you're possibly looking, depending on where exactly it is between the heart and the throat. So either one of those, the heart or the throat chakra. Yeah.
Um, I've been fairly consistent with my chanting and focus, but haven't felt anything. Why could this be?
Okay, that's very good. Very good that you've been doing your chanting regularly. It could be that maybe the way you're chanting. So if you are able to vary your pitch, for example, so if you maybe try, you may be chanting at a higher pitch. If you try a lower pitch, and I think men are able to do that quite easily, but if you lower your pitch, you'll be able to feel those vibrations in those areas of your chakras. And also maybe do it louder. Yeah. Of course, careful of who's around you, and you don't want to disturb them too much, but yeah, maybe doing it a bit louder, and really feeling and focusing in that particular chakra when you're chanting for that chakra. And if you can't feel anything, if you can't feel, uh, despite having changed the volume, having lowered your pitch, then there's a possibility that that chakra is blocked. Okay.
Okay. Coming back to a question earlier, the one about doing a meditation at the time of day. What about the one that you just did in today's session? What would be sort of the best time to do that?
So that can be done anytime, especially before eating, obviously. So it could be done early in the morning, before lunch, before dinner, maybe not after, and not especially when you're going to go to sleep. And this can be done anytime. It's literally, as you can see, it literally took about 10 or 15 minutes. Just made you connect to your body. In fact, if I'll tell you this, if your chakras are all open, you and then you do this meditation where we connected just with the body, you will feel a wonderful vibration all over your body, and it's like being in a place of bliss where you don't want to come out of it. That's how wonderful it is, and this is why you can actually stay in that state for such a long period of time because wow, it's really an amazing experience once all your chakras are open.
Okay. Hope that clears that question up. The next one. Some people recommend the use of crystals to help unblock the chakras. Is there one particular crystal that helps cleanse all the chakras?
I'm not sure about one particular crystal that helps cleanse all the chakras, but yes, there are crystals, and crystals are very focal points of energy. So there's not only focal, but there's a huge collection of energy in a crystal that can certainly help. Um, but all of those things that are external will only help you temporarily. You'd have to have that crystal all throughout your life. It doesn't mean that it's going to go to the root cause of it. It will just, again, it will be like medication. Yeah, it's just pacifying the symptom. So yes, they are helpful in the short term, but if you really want to go on this journey in terms of clearing what you're holding within, then you may use crystals, but after some time you just have to let go of those crystals and really work on what is it that you're carrying and how can you let go of it from within and permanently, right? So crystals are a fantastic thing, but only for the short term. Yeah.
Cool. Next one. How do these chakras help you become a calmer person?
So yeah, I mean, once you chant these chakras, this the beat mantras, sorry, these mantras will actually they will actually, first of all, it's like shaking a glass of water which has got gunk underneath, right? So these mantras, the vibrations will shake each chakra in that way. It will bring up all the gunk that it's carrying, and if you let go of it, then suddenly you feel this calmness, this peace, which is unknown possibly to many people because it is it is through letting go of what we are holding that we will stop experiencing the experiences that we are having, especially the negative experiences, and when those negative experiences stop, then peace is all there is, right?
Cool. Right, we'll come back to that chant toward at the end. Just a
Mhm.
couple more to go through. Can we do all four chants for the chakras in one go?
So what you could do is, yes, you can. So you could do nine of, for example, the lam, which is for the root chakra, nine for the sacral, which is the vam, nine for the solar plexus, which is the ram, and then nine for the heart, which is the yam, right? So if you can do 9 sets, and you can do them at one go as well, one after the other. That's not an issue, as long as you are focusing in that particular chakra as you go up, and feeling those vibrations. That's key.
Cool. If you meditate at around 3 to 4 in the morning, can you go back to sleep?
Yeah, this is strange because when you meditate and you're in this place of bliss, which is when between that time of 3 and 4, it becomes then difficult to go back to sleep because you're so energized, you're ready to start the day. So you'll find that you're very much ready for the day at that time. So what I usually do is I go to bed quite early, between 9 and 10, have my good night's sleep of 5 to 6 hours. And I tell you this: they say you need 8 hours sleep. You don't need 8 hours sleep. Okay, if you're especially on this path and you're meditating, you're energizing yourself. You can even do with 4 or 5 hours of sleep, and you'll still be up and going, and you have enough time in the day to do everything that you want to do. Yeah.
What is today's mantra to chant?
So today there's no specific mantra. What you can do is, because it was a recap of all the 4 chakras, you can actually chant the mantras for all the 4 chakras. So like we talked about, we can do it 9 for each. So 9 for Ram, 9 for the Vam, 9 for Ram, and then a 9 for Yam. Yeah? And then you carry on like this, and just focusing on those bottom 4 chakras before we go into the throat chakra next week.
Cool. Just conscious of time, so we'll do 2 or 3 more, then we'll go into the chanting, and that will be
Yeah.
today's session. How many times did you chant before you felt anything?
So with everyone, it varies. Ideally, you want to chant 108 times in a day. Okay, so but you can split it up. You don't have to do it all at one go. So, like I said, you can do a set of 9. So if you do a set of 9, means you're doing 12 sets, right? Which amounts to 108. And you can split that up too. So you can do 3 sets first before breakfast, 3 sets before lunch, 3 sets before tea break, 3 sets before dinner. Okay, so that amounts to 108. 108, we all know, is an amazing number. And if you do that, you will eventually see. Some people can feel it straight away. Some people feel it after a few days. So everyone's on a, is carrying different amounts within themselves. Everyone is unique, right? So there's no one set answer for everyone, but it depends on, as you go along. But you will certainly, if you carry on and are able to focus, you will certainly feel those vibrations as you go along. Okay.
Cool. And the final question for today will be, what place does gratitude have in chakra cleansing?
What place is gratitude?
Yeah.
So being grateful is very much heart chakra emotion, you could say. Like, you're really grateful for whatever it is that you have in your life, whether it's physical or emotional, mental, anything that is there. And gratefulness really opens up your heart chakra. So being grateful for, like I said, about the things in your life, the people in your life, and doing it every day is a very good thing. It will work with your heart chakra, but gratitude itself is not enough.
Okay, cool. Right, we'll pause the questions there for today's session.
Yeah.
And yeah, the chant was rum.
Rum, right?
Yeah.
Fantastic. So Rum is for the solar plexus, and again, this is a chant that you can do, focusing just underneath your diaphragm. Okay, so just above the top part of your abdomen, and you will feel that there. Okay, so if I show you how it's done, so essentially, just again, just closing your eyes, taking a deep breath in. I'll do 3 chants so you know how to do it. Yeah, so taking a deep breath in. Ram. Taking deep breath in, and slowly opening your eyes. Okay, so that's how you do the rum. And what you'll notice is if it's open, you will feel the whole of, like almost like you're wearing a waistband around just above your belly, just underneath your heart center. Okay, there's a nice vibration that came along, going all the way around to the back. Yeah, so that's how you'll feel once it's open. But you might feel slightly, if it's blocked, you might feel a slight vibration. You may even feel pain or discomfort, which is essentially telling you that it's, there's a blockage there.
Cool. I think we'll pause that for today's session there. Thank you once again, and thank you everyone for joining. We'll see everyone next week at 8 p.m. wearing blue, right?
Wearing blue, sky blue, fantastic. Thank you everyone for coming in today. See you next week. Namaste, Jai Jinendra. Thank you.
Jijinendra. Thank you all.
Thank you, Anish.